Okay, well, welcome back everyone to our new consultant strong start call number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and share the script so you can follow right along. And Donna is going to be our pretend consultant again. So call number 3 is all about checking, on the grand opening party and teaching them the fine points of a cooking show in this case, or a virtual party if they are virtual consultants only. So, all right, well, let's do this. So, hey, Donna, so excited to have you on our call today. So tell me a little bit, how are the bookings going that you got from our little challenge at the beginning?
Well, they're going good. I have 2 catalog parties in out of state, and I have my launch obviously coming up. I'm going to do 2 of them, and then I have 2 parties right after that. So yeah, I'm excited.
Are you excited? Yay, awesome. So make sure you think about the host coaching that we talked about on our last call and really implement that for your current party. So yes, today we do want to talk about your launch party, just like I mentioned last time, to make sure you know what you're doing, right, when you're doing that first cooking show. So your party is in about 3 days, right? So how is attendance looking? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I haven't heard back from everyone yet, but I think I had about 4 or 5 that said yes, they were definitely coming.
Okay, so we are about, 48, 72 hours out before your party. So I would check back with everyone that you have not heard from yet, because if you didn't hear from them, they're probably a no. So we just want to double check. And 48 hours before the party, I like to pull the food card. So just tell them, hey, I'm getting ready to, go food shopping, and I just want to make sure I have enough for you guys. So can you let me know if you can make it yes or no? And just give them an option to say no, because at least then we'll know if they're coming or not. And you always want to remind everyone, those couple people that said yes, that they were coming, I would remind them, double check with them, and encourage them to bring a friend or two too. So we really want to work towards about 12 people at your party, because I will tell you that 1 to 3 will cancel the day of, just because life happens. Kids are sick, husband comes home late, and you are investing some time in this. So do you think you could double check your list today and see if there's anyone else that you didn't hear back from yet that you could double check with?
Yeah, I was planning to do that later tonight.
Okay, awesome. And then just shoot me a message and let me know how many confirmed RSVPs you have, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So when we talked about your launch list, we also talked about, creating a list of potential people that you want to work with and that you want to have on your team. So were you able to invite those specific people to your launch party?
Yeah, my sister, I think she would be good at this, so she's coming. Excuse me.
Bless you.
But,
Okay, so your sister might, sister could be a good fit.
Yeah, she stays at home with her kids.
Okay,
And
good.
looking for some extra income.
So is there anyone else that you think is maybe in the same situation as you or could use for extra income?
No, I didn't really think of anyone else.
Okay. Yeah, so let's get your sister to your grand opening party and see what she thinks, and then you never know, right? So last time we did talk a little bit about the fast track program and working towards that $500,000, $2,000 bonus in your first 90 days. So have you considered this program a little bit more? Is this something you're interested in?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I could use the extra.
Okay, so we want to work on getting you that first $500 bonus and, get you a team and grow your business right away. So what I would suggest you do then right away, anyone that might be interested in joining Pampered Chef, consider setting up a 3-way call with me and you, and just so we can give them more information. And all you got to say is, hey, you know what? I thought of you because you just told me you lost your job and I thought this could be a fun way for you to make some extra income. Is this something you might consider? And if they're like, yeah, you know what, let me think about it, then you can say, hey, I just joined myself, so there's probably lots of questions that you're going to have. Why don't we set up a 3-way call with Claudia, who's helping me getting started, and we can just at least make sure we give you all the information that you need.
Okay.
So let's work on setting up some three-way calls and just really being intentional about bringing some team members on. And then we can add you to our group once you have a couple shows on your calendar, and we'll see how you feel. But we have a special group for people that want to promote, and we'll add you to that, okay?
Okay.
So tell me about your first party. What are you most excited about?
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that rock though.
Okay. So nervous is totally normal. I'm still nervous at some of my shows. Are you concerned about anything specific?
Um, no, I haven't really. I'm not sure yet.
Not yet. There's going to be something, right? So have you decided what recipe you're going to cook?
I'm gonna do the pasta
The
and
bruschetta pasta?
Yeah,
Good. That's a good one. And the recipe cards all come in your kit. So have you tested it out on your family yet?
I did, and I was surprised. Even the kids love the vegetables in the pasta, so that's
Good.
good.
That's always a plus, right? So I know you're not local, so you weren't able to come to one of my shows, but last time I did send you a couple videos. So what were there any things that you took away from watching that YouTube video and watching a live show?
Yeah, I kind of like the way you had everyone cooking with you, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. And did you just put out the cards and the products, and then?
Yep, so if you stick with the recipes that came in your kit, I'll tell you exactly, what goes on station 1, what goes on stations 2, what goes on stations 3, and you have your little cooking show cards as an outline that you can use. And that's what we're going to go through today, is to really make sure you understand why we do cooking shows and how we do them.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
good. I need help with this.
Yeah, and it's okay. That's what we're here for. So for your cooking show, everyone is looking for the same 3 things from every party that we do. So we want sales, we want bookings, and we want new team members. So everything you saw me do during that YouTube video that you watched, I did for a reason, because it produces certain results. So you may have not known why I did those things, but there was a purpose behind everything I did. So to get the results you want, you need to have a plan. So for example, if you take your manual food processor out, right, to make your bruschetta, and you take it out of your bag and you set it on the counter, you don't have to say a word about it. The guests are going to use it, they're going to love it, and they may decide to buy it. But what they're not going to say is, they're not going to say, I love this manual food processor, I have to have a show right now, right? Put me down, sign me up for a party. And what they're also not going to say is, they're not going to say, I love this manual food processor, I just have to join your team, sign me up, order me a kit right now. So we really want to work on a plan for sales, bookings, and recruits, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So one of the most important things is, you want to connect with your guests when they arrive. Obviously, this is your launch party, so you're going to know everyone, or maybe some people are bringing friends. So just make sure you introduce yourself and you start engaging them in conversations that don't even have to be about Pampered Chef, but maybe something like, okay, what did you have for dinner last night? Or who brought you to the party? Are you looking for something specific, or did you just need to have a night out? Or how do you know our host? Or where do you work? Or where did you just come from? Just little questions to connect with them. How many kids do you have? To really get to know your guests. And this is also a good time to grab their name and email address and add them to the party online. So I set up my laptop and I have them add themselves as a guest. So I have all their information, and it just makes checkout faster. And it also helps you at the end of the party knowing who came but didn't order, and now you have the information to follow up with. So a party is basically split up in 4 different ways. So you have your opening, you have your cooking, you have your closing, and then you have your full service checkout, okay? And you have your little cheat cards that came in your kit, so definitely take those out and use them. But I'll just give you a couple pointers of what each specific section is about. So your opening is really just a couple minutes, and it that's where you thank your host, you thank them for opening their home and for your launch party. You just thank people for coming and helping you support this new business. You do want to take a couple minutes to share your story, just like we talked about on our second call that we did, and we worked on helping you write my story. This is a great time to share it. And in the opening, you really just want to plant some seeds on why people should book a party, you know, and that they have the option to book a party tonight, and that they also have an option to join your team and to look at this business. So the reason you do this is it just lets people know what is happening tonight. What are my options? Okay, so they're going to cook, they can book a party, or they can join your team, right? And they can buy. So those are like the options. So you just kind of want to set up that expectation. And then you separate them, you know, you tell them about how you guys are going to cook tonight, that you have different stations set up. And this is where, before you let them loose and you let them cook, this is where your Power Tools commercial comes in. This is where you want to learn some words about how to sell a rock, how to sell your manual food processor, how to sell your grill pan. And if you look at your kit, you have little cheat cards that tell you exactly about every product. And it's one thing to tell them about, you know, what the product does. It can go in the microwave, in the oven, all these things. But it's another thing to tell them, you know, benefits of this product, like, you know, they can make breakfast, lunch, and dinner in it. They can make quick, easy dinners, and really give them a vision of what they can use this pan for every single day. And you want to highlight those big items and just give them an idea of, you know, what is each station doing. And I recommend keeping the stations together. So don't put like one in the living room and one in the dining room. If they have a kitchen island or some kitchen counters and the dining room table, try and keep them together so they're more like one group, and they can see each other too. So you do want to pick a recipe reader or a team captain. I like to just ask them who the loudest person is in this room, and they always point at someone, and I give them the recipe because then they have something to do, and they tend to be not so loud and chatty. But you can also just, you know, call of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and do that as well. So, and you want to ask your host to help you like encourage your guests to start cooking. Sometimes you need to pull them a little bit, but just encourage them and tell them to get started. So during the cooking part, you know, feel free to ask them, you know, who has this product, what do you use it for? And, you know, you might even say, oh my God, here, check out Donna. She's using garlic in the garlic press. She doesn't even have to peel it. So you can throw out little hints and tips and stuff like that throughout that cooking part. Once your pasta is done cooking, I recommend, I don't serve the food until I'm done. So I always, you know, you add the pasta, you add the bruschetta, and then just mix it and let it sit. And I just kind of tell them, okay, you know, while these flavors have to blend and the pasta, you know, gets all warm and soaked up, we are going to go ahead and have a seat and talk about the specials of the night. So you then move them to what we call the shop and share. So the shop and share, you know, is designed to tell them about how the 3 ways they can get our products, where you're going to share the guest special, you know, the $75 or more, what they get for free. You're going to share about the host special, and you're also going to share the recruiting incentive for the month. And one of the things you can do to, you know, get bookings is to have a booking commercial. So in order to get bookings, we need to have a booking commercial or a game. And in order to get recruiting leads, same thing, we got to tell them more about it. So something you can do to get bookings, there is different games that you can play. One of them is just comparing it to a store. So you could ask them, okay, how many of you shop at the $1 store, right? How many of you shop at the $100 store? It's whatever you go into, but you can't get out without spending $100, right? We all have one of them, like Target or Bed Bath & Beyond. So have you ever left your $100 store and had the cashier say, thank you for spending $100, here's your free gift, right? Never happens. So that's when you can bring in the guest special and just let them know you're so happy that you get to shop with Pampered Chef tonight, because when you spend $75 or more, you can choose one of these items for free. All right, so just a little way to introduce the $75 special. And you really want to set a goal to have 2 bookings from every show, no matter what, because the reason is one is going to replace the one you just did, and the other one's going to make you grow. And if you actually just get 1 party from every party, you're going to find yourself, you're going to call me in a couple weeks or months and say, oops, I'm out of booking. Okay, so let's really work on 2 bookings from every show. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
That's kind of scary.
What is scary?
I don't get 2 bookings from every show.
If you don't get 2 bookings from every show, then if we don't get it from that party, then we're going to go back to your launch list and see if we can replace the current party with someone that we haven't reached out to yet.
Okay.
Okay. But there's all kinds of different things that we can do that I'll teach you even after the party to still get bookings from those customers. So don't worry about that. Don't freak out yet. So you do have to have plans in place to get bookings, right? So one of the things you can do is we have the booking slide. You probably don't have that yet because you just got the kit. You can get that later with your Pampered Chef dollars, so don't worry about that yet. But you can share the hostess rewards on the back of the catalog and use that as your advertisement for booking. You can show them, on average, $1,000 party gets this much in free, this many half price item and a discount. And I just like to say, as a Pampered Chef hostess, they don't pay full price for anything. Whether they're buying 1 citrus peeler or 100, they're always getting a discount. You can use theme shows. You can advertise some of our theme shows. So the bruschetta pasta is great for a dinner in no time theme show. It's also great for Italian night out theme show. Right? You can tell them about our wine, cheese, and chocolate parties or about our fiesta, Mexican fiesta parties, and get people excited about different theme parties that they can have. And the other thing you can do is, we like to call it share the Target story, and get them to, dream about a free and discounted shopping spree at Target. So something I like to do is just ask them, what's one of your favorite stores to shop at? Do you have a favorite store, Donna?
Costco.
That's a good store, but okay, we can go with Costco. So let's say you get together with all your friends, right, and you organize a shopping day at Costco so you can stock up your kitchen. And I know Costco has lots of other things too. So do you think Costco is going to call you and say, thank you so much for bringing all your friends in to shop with us. We're going to give you a free shopping spree of $140 in free products. And in addition to that, we're also going to let you pick 4 items out of the store at 50% off. Do you think they're going to do that? If you bring your friends? Right. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So you can compare, being a hostess to shopping at Target. So if I give you $140 in free, could you spend that at Costco? Right? You could probably spend that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I would give you 4 coupons that you could use, and 4 coupons for 50% of any one item in the entire store.
Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be awesome.
So giving them little, explanations like that, and comparing shopping as a hostess to shopping to them at a regular store, right? Costco, 30% off the whole entire store. Crazy, right? People will go nuts. And so you really want to make them understand the benefits of having their own party. And it really helps to advertise the monthly host special. So like this month, the grill pan dinner set is on sale, and they don't really care that it's 60% off. They want to know how much they are going to pay. So let them know, this month you can get the grill pan for $90. So make sure you know your prices for your 60% off host specials. But also, something like the rock crock that you're going to use, you can also tell them they can get that for half price. But in saying, in order to make them understand that, you could say, okay, so you can get the rock crock Dutch oven for under $70, $69.50, right? And give them price points of how much they're going to pay. So does that make sense, that you want to not only just say, okay, you get great benefits if you host a party, but really teach them why?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. And so the same thing goes for sharing this business with others, and bringing people on your team. So, you know, if even if you are you interested in sharing the business? I mean, you said you wanted to think about the fast track program.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know anything yet or how to, I'm brand new. Um, but I definitely, yeah, why not?
Okay. So, just, and that's what we're going to teach you is we're going to teach you how to share this business, because the same reason that you started, others are probably going to have that same need, to, bring an extra income, to get out of the house, to just have something for themselves, and to own their own business. So, I'm going to do all the training for you once you bring in new team members. And that's the, uh, one of the benefits for them signing up is they're going to get the same training that you're getting right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So here's a couple things that you can do at your party. If you, like I said, we have the booking slide that you can order with supply with your first Paper Chef dollars, and the other side of it is a recruiting slide, so you can show people the benefits of a Pampered Chef business. Another game that you can play is the ticket activity, and that's where you just hand them out different tickets. So you buy a roll of tickets at like Walmart, and you tell them, they get 3 tickets for asking you any questions about this business, and 2 tickets for asking you any questions about, hosting a party. And there's a couple things that people are afraid of when it comes to the ticket activity, until you kind of get used to it. So I'm sure you're probably going to be afraid that nobody's going to ask questions, right? And it becomes the cricket activity instead. Or you're afraid that maybe someone's going to ask a question and you're not going to know the answer. So I'm going to teach you a really easy way to do this activity, so you don't have to be afraid at all. You don't have to freak out. And we're going to give you the questions and the answers to like the 7 most popular questions that people ask. But the thing is to, if someone asks you a question and you don't know it, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is a great question. I didn't even think about that. As you know, I'm a brand new consultant, so I'm going to reach out to my director tomorrow and I'll call you back with the answer. And that's really the only way you're going to find all the answers to all the questions that people ask. And sometimes they still stump me. So they might come up with some crazy things. So don't be too afraid. So I'm going to, after this call, I'm going to email you a document that has several questions, and answers about this business. And all you have to do is just read through them. And you can even pick 7 that you're going to use at your party, and you can print those questions on cards and then hand them out to your guests, or you can put them on the back of the catalog. So you could even say, okay, it's time to ask questions, and you have some on the back of your catalog that you can ask me to kind of ease you in a little bit. And then, when it's time to say, hey, we're going to wrap this up, and another chance for you to win a prize is for you to ask me questions about a business. And yes, so when you wrap things up and, they ask questions about the business, they ask questions about hosting a party, that's one game you can play. I'll also send you some other games we play. I think you saw it in my video, the Stealing Hearts game or the dice game to, get bookings. So just try a game for a month, try it out, then maybe next month try a different game and just see what works best for you. But we do have to play some kind of games because people like games. They like to earn a prize, and it gets them to ask questions. Okay. Once you're done with your games and you told them the 3 ways they can get our product, you just want to thank everyone, and you just want to let them know where you're going to be setting up for checkout. So you can say, okay, the pasta's ready. You guys go grab some food, and I'll be sitting up over here for checkout. So just come see me whenever you're ready, and I'll add you up. And the purpose of a checkout is to really have a conversation with every single guest. You're building a relationship with them, and that conversation is going to lead to inviting them to join your team or to host a party, whether it's a live party, a Facebook, a virtual catalog, fundraiser, whatever. But unless you have that one-on-one conversation, you might book parties, but very rarely people jump up and say, yes, sign me up, until you actually ask them the question. So you want to, try and connect with each guest as they come in. Maybe you're going to recall something that you had a conversation with when they walked in. So something you can say to start the conversations, you can just say, hey, did you have a good time tonight? What did you enjoy most about the party? What was your favorite product? Have you been to a party recently? Did you enjoy the recipe that we make? So just some conversation starters to get them going. And you really want to ask everyone and don't prejudge them. I don't want you to think, well, she's got 2 kids, she's not going to do it. This lady's a doctor, she works full time, she's not going to have time. So don't prejudge, just ask everyone, because people will surprise you. You always want to ask about the business first. So you're going to ask them 3 questions: business, hosting, and catalog party. Okay. You want to ask them about the business first, because if they say yes to the business, then we go a whole different route than if they say yes to booking a party. And then they might be interested in the business, right? So ask them about the business first. Some questions that you can ask them could be, hey, would you enjoy doing parties like this and earning some extra income? Or, what surprised you about the Pampered Chef income opportunity? Or would you be interested in learning how to run an online business? Or what sparked your interest? Or have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef? You look like so much fun. Oh my God, you knew all the products, right? When you have those people, definitely ask everyone. If they say no, then you can go into hosting. If they say yes, maybe, I'm not sure, make sure you have your Taste a Great Life brochure ready, hand it to them, and you could say, hey, you know what? Why don't you think about this? I'll send you home with this information. Would there be a good time for me to call you tomorrow for like 10 minutes with Claudia, who's helping me getting started? And we can just make sure we answer all your questions. How does that sound? Now, then you set a time, and then you just go home, you run home, and you call me, you call your upline, and we find someone that's going to do this 3-way call with you. And the other thing is too, while they're thinking about it, they're going to have a party. So I always say, while you're thinking about it, whether you want to make this your launch party or you just want to have a regular party, let's at least pencil you in for a regular cooking show, and then we can decide along the way what we want to do with this party. Okay, so that way you have like a halfway point. If they're not interested in the business, just ask them about, hosting their own party without saying, will you book a show? Make it personal, all right? Connect with them. So you could say something, hey, it would be fun to get together with you and your friends. Could we do a party at your house? Oh my God, you look like so much fun. Or do you think your friends would enjoy one of these theme parties I offered? We could get them together after work one night. Or what do you think? I know you wanted the Rock Crock. I don't see it on your order form. Do you want to get it for free by having a party? So find a personal connection. If they say no, then you can offer them a catalog or a Facebook party if they don't want to do a live cooking show. And if they say no to everything, it happens, right? So you just want to still end with a positive note and just thank them and let them know that you would love to work with them if anything ever changes, and that you would love any referrals, and you would just love to be their Pampered Chef girl. And if they're maybe and you can't get them to date a show right then and there, then ask for permission to follow up with them in a couple days or a couple weeks or a couple months, whenever it's convenient for them. And in order to get your dates booked for your party, first of all, you got to make sure you're ready with your next available dates. And you also just want to offer them simple choices. So give them, okay, I have A or B available. Which one works better for you? I can pencil you in right now, and then I just confirm it with you in a couple days. How does that sound? Okay. So I know this was a lot of information, but I want to make sure I walked you through why we do certain things. And I'm actually going to, I'm sure you took some notes, but I'm going to email you all this in an email format as well. And you do have your show cheat cards that came in your kit. So nothing's going to go perfect. As much as you want it to be the perfect first show, it's probably not going to happen. You're probably going to forget something, you talk about one thing, but as long as you can kind of keep in mind to have an opening, the cooking, a closing part with some games, and a full service checkout, and have your cheat notes, use them, tell them, hey, I'm a new consultant, Pampered Chef gives me cheat notes. It makes your job easy and duplicatable. And The more shows you do, I know you already have some on your calendar, and that's our goal in your first 30 days, the more comfortable you're going to get and the more you're going to get in the swing of things, and it won't look so overwhelming. We just want you to have fun. I want you to have fun at your first party, Donna. If you call me and you tell me you didn't have fun, then we need to talk. So I just want you to have fun. And I want to talk to you, definitely after your first party. But is there any questions about any of the specific sections, or how do you feel about all this?
So yeah, that's a lot of information. But you said you're going to send me what you just covered.
Yes, I'm going to send you exactly what I covered, and I'm going to send you some more training and some more live videos from my cooking show that I did, so that way you can, while you're cleaning the house or whatever, you can put that on YouTube and listen to some words.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think I'll be fine. I'm excited.
Okay, good. So why don't we set up a time? Your party is in 3 days, so why don't you either call me if it's not too late after your party, or we can set up a time to talk the next morning. How does that sound?
Okay. No, that'll be great.
All right, so we'll talk after your party at 9 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, so so once you do this call, if you have a virtual consultant only, then obviously you're going to adjust this to reflect your virtual party. But you do want to teach them, what's important about a virtual party. If you're using PostMyParty or Censure, this would be a great time to bring that up and to teach them about, how important it is for a virtual party to be engaging, and the host coaching that needs to be done with a virtual party. So this will be a good time to go into that if you have virtual consultants only, or if they're doing both, then just schedule a separate call, send them your virtual party training, and then follow up with them and see what questions they have. So after this call, they get, after this call, they get the third email after the third call. And again, it, helps them create a show binder with all their specials. It preps them for the ticket activity, the booking commercial, some station style videos, and I have my cooking show training attached in here. It's got the little theme show flyers, and these are the outline cards that they actually get in their kit now too. So they're just attached, but it's got the question and answer, ticket activity, and the stickers too for the catalogs if they want to do that. All right, so this completes call number 3. Any questions?
No, thank you.